Well, they say an early season snowstorm may be on deck in less than 48 hours, but today is picture-perfect fall football weather. Crisp and cool at Soldier Field in the Windy City. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the New York Giants.
Tfgo, rip left, 80 weapon. SOS.
Now. Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Coming to you.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. Jones now on 3rd and 2, being chased out left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Apart from Kyler Murray, not too many mobile QBs in this year's rookie class, but some good scrambling there to get the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check out, read.
This is Barkley. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Come on, set. 60 or. Let's keep moving.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jones. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Matchbox lights.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Got a man, Slayton. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play. They
go back to the ground now with Barkley. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Throwing Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's third and short. Now Jones, operating from the gun. Brings up fourth down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? Third and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on third and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. On fourth down, Jones. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Giants go on fourth but come up empty. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. First carry for Mike Davis, the former Seahawk. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4.
Check, 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 check.
They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
But when you go from second and 4 to third and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on third down.
Watch that end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he completes it to Cohen. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside, not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's second and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2.
What's tight? Tight end's right. What's tight? Tight end's right. 3 down. 3 down.
Now Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. That is incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Third and 2. Now Trubisky. And that will be incomplete. Janoris Jenkins with good coverage that time as he was able to get in there and knock it away.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet, they're going to go for it on fourth. Trubisky gives to Cohen, and he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed two, but he doesn't come anywhere close. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. A lot of eyes on Golden Tate this year to see if he can take over some of the production that OBJ had before he got shipped to Cleveland. You know, Beckham had 1,000-yard seasons 4 of his 5 years in New York. Golden Tate struggled at the end of last year in Philadelphia, but he had a really good run in Detroit, including 3,000-yard seasons in the middle of this decade. A first down run by Barkley unsuccessful as he won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Let's go. 18, Gator.
36. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Check. You draw quarters. Fight.
He's got his man. This is Tate. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 30.
First down, Giants.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now Jones. That's complete to Slayton. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Break.
36 to Mike. Yep. Watch the twist. Shift. Watch the shift.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. That's on Kevin Zeitler, acquired in the Odell Beckham trade. Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call.
Watch 36 to Mike. I'm here all day.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Here's Jones, throwing on 3rd and long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. We're scoreless after one. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there on a first down for Chicago.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Check 37. Check 37.
First down, a run with Cohen. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. 36 yards on the play.
Let's go.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. Robinson's got it. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
On first down, it's Cohen. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. B.J. Goodson there on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
18.
On third down, Trubisky. And that's knocked away and incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Jones on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Akeem Hicks in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Looking to throw. Jones. He completes it to Tate. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
It's your time. We do it. I got you, punk.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. He got 29 yards that time.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The Bears on the move. They've got another 1st down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Here we go. Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Hey. Hey, we got 4. We got 4 now.
Hey, 18.
Here's Trubisky to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Tariq Cohen, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As the Bears push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Safe.
Barkley. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right and a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 43-yard line.
On the ready.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable second and 1. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And his throw intercepted by the all-pro corner Kyle Fuller. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Tariq Cohen out of the backfield. And it's 3rd and short.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. From the shotgun is Trubisky. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
Check that.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the pylon, caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Adam Shaheen, his 4th touchdown on the year. As the Bears push further out in front. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw. Jones. And he's going to go down again. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 33. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Push him back.
Alert, 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 alert.
On 1st down, Trubisky. That's complete to Robinson. Touchdown, Chicago! 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky as the Bears push further out in front.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard.
And that's caught inside the 35. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Hey, Delta.
Line 36. Line 36.
Now Jones operating from the gun. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Caught right side, Tate. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Here we go, here we go. 15 lining, 15 lining. Ready, ready.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to it.
And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. It's brought in left side by Tate. They give him a gain of 38.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed.
Ready! 60 outlaw.
Check pass. Check pass. Check 31. Check 31.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Saquon Barkley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And thanks to the interception, the Giants offense cashes in with 6.
Let's go.
The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2.
Back. General West. Hey, Haywood.
They're going to run it with Barkley. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosazon to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. They find some open field here. And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Play action. Now Trubisky. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 27 yards there, a first down. Trubisky now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far, 1st and 10. Now it's Davis. Even with the good move he showed, he'll be brought down short of the 15. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Trubisky will throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
I'm coming after you.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, then no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Roquan Smith, fresh off a solid rookie campaign, in on the tackle for Chicago.
At the 27-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares. Get it.
Throwing, Jones. Finds his tight end, Ingram. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards and a Giant first down. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Jones throwing complete here to Tate. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Deion Bush with a pick. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
59. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
A first down carry for Barkley. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. Throwing on 2nd down. Jones. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
Topper! Ready?
On 3rd down, Barkley. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards, and now a decision here on 4th and 1. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Bears will get the football back. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Now it's Trubisky. He's got Burton here. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
I think it's okay there they didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
On 2nd down now, it's Cohen. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
On 3rd and 1, it's Trubisky. This one into the hands of Burton. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
A gain of 10 yards.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Trubisky now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Alec Ogletree in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. This is Cohen on the toss. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Marcus Golden, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long.
Strong right. Strong right. 4 down.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Even. 4 down. Even.
Now Jones. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. From the gun, Jones. He's going to fire one deep over the... And that is intercepted by the All-Pro safety, Eddie Jackson. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
You got three down. Watch 10, watch 10.
Again, it's Cohen. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
3rd down and 4.
The Bears on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Finding Gabriel, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a 1st down for Chicago. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up 1st downs and keeping the football.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Taylor Gabriel, his 5th touchdown now on the year as the Bears push further out in front. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On 2nd and 11 now. Jones, that's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Got what he needed for the 1st down with a gain of 2.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up 1st downs, that big guy, he's a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Jones throwing on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Looking to throw. Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Barkley with a carry on first down, and he'll get about 4. So 2nd and 6 forthcoming. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 38-yard line.
50, plant.
36. Let's go, baby. Any turnover. Get that ball. Get that
Now.
From the 38, Jones. Finding his target, it's Cody Latimer. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 19.
A gain of 19 yards.
Ready? 30 days.
Giants first down.
Shoot.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Throw left side, complete to Ingram. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Bears will get the football back. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 11. They begin with a run by Davis. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Rush, rush, rush.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
180. Ran, up.
A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
They'll run on first down. Cohen. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
I know you felt that one.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. They try again with Cohen. And an alley to run. A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and just a few inches.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And the penetration too strong. He won't make it back to the line of scrimmage.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple. Although I set you up by saying game balls plural, but
I like where we're going with this. You say one to represent like the best player of all of that, and I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a